Hello everyone and welcome out to another episode of Wood League All-Stars, where we spectate some of the very best of, some of the very worst of League of Legends. I'm Disciple, and if you guys aren't sure what exactly this series is, we like to hop into a low bronze game and spectate some of the plays, and we laugh at some of the mistakes that we see. They might be worse than the mistakes that we make at our respective elos, but they're things that we've probably all done at some point in our careers. Right now we have the early invade there from Thresh. He throws down the defensive ignite in his effort to get away. And let's see, he turns around for the hook. He did grab his hook first instead of the flay, but going back in onto that, he does get first blooded, but with the damage from his team there to back him up, they do find the revenge kill, although the first blood gold did go to our blue team. Now that was an exciting start to our match. Oh, the snare lands onto Knight XM, and he's taking massive damage. The teleport comes in, but it's a little bit slow, and he's able to get away. Did take Playful Trickster first, which was likely the right call. Now at this point we don't have Rek'Sai connected yet. Oh, the flash from Fizz comes out to barely escape that Lux binding, although I don't think that she should have been able to catch up to him nearly that well. Man, things are going incredibly intense so far. I was expecting to be able to go down the list, name our players, introduce them all to you, and joke around a little bit about their summoner spells. But I'm not going to get that chance yet, am I? Although we are seeing an excellent invade here. The binding does miss, but it does force the enemy jungler Shyvana off of that blue buff, and they are able to take that away. Now we're going to see if Shyvana can make anything happen in the enemy jungle herself, or if that's just going to be a successful invade here from our blue team. Now we are spectating LeBron's James today. Now LeBron's is one of the people that I did add while scouring through the low ranks of bronze, and surprisingly enough, found out that he is a rioter. And he loved the series, thought it was hilarious, and really wanted me to spectate his friend, make a video for him, but right now we're just going to be spectating him in the game. And I do check with every person I spectate to make sure that they're alright with it. Everyone else in the game is just going to have to deal with it, though. So we do have LeBron's James up at the top. He's got Flash and Teleport. He seems to understand the meta quite effectively, and he is laning up against the enemy support, since their Rek'Sai has yet to connect. Going into the jungle, as we did see before, we have Master Yi low on health, but he did manage to steal those. I guess those are his own Krugs. And he does manage to get the Krugs after the early invade. Now, he did, I believe, just do the Krugs after stealing, so he hasn't gotten any of his own buffs. Now, Shyvana could easily go back into the jungle and steal away the enemy red or blue, but instead, she's just going to go ahead and hold mid for a little bit, take some free damage from Twisted Fate, and do a little bit of a whole lot of nothing. Up in the top lane, Thresh seems to be holding his own, actually, while in the bottom lane, Denomi is not having a good time. The flash and the heal comes out, but she grabs the kill onto the Lux. I would love to get another replay of that, but here from Lux's perspective, now they are being a little rude up in this 2v1 lane. They do know that the enemy has an AFK, but they want to get all of the LP they can, but Lux is going to fall to the minion auto attacks, and Denomi grabs the kill. Outplayed 1 versus 2. Now finally, going into that mid lane, we once again have Knight XN up against FaZe Vagur. Now I actually have no idea where these players are. There we go. It gets a little confusing because we have these portraits over here on the left and right, and then we have the scoreboard down here. And those are, of course, not aligned, because that would be a little bit too easy. Shyvana's moving up here for the gank. She's not taking her own red. However, the flash from LeBron's James is forced out as Rek'Sai connects, which may be exactly what this red team needs to be able to grab a gold lead here. Now, they are up on kills, but they do seem to be a little bit down in CS. LeBron's James doing an excellent job with the most farm in the game, with 19. Twisted Fate is pushed up tremendously, but in a 4v5, there doesn't seem to be too much the enemy team can do about it. He's going to get the red card, so he will be able to slow Fizz. He turns around in melee range for the Q, and he does manage to escape alive, but he really should back off here, or else Fizz should be able to come in for an easy kill once his abilities are back up. He comes in for the Playful Trickster. He gets the slow. There is the Ignite as well, and FaZe Vagur has fallen. Oh, Rek'Sai teleporting up top at level 1. Let's see what she can do here up against the level 5 Malphite. She's going to go right into the minion wave. She did buy a couple of items from that ambient gold, but is going to be rather far behind. And currently they are splitting that experience between 3 champions, so it'll be a while before Rek'Sai can get any level of EXP from those creeps. Did take a turret shot as well, because, you know, if things could be easy or they could be hard, you know, clearly, why would you choose the easy way? I believe Yoda said that in the latest Star Wars movie. No spoilers. LeBron James is having a pretty good time up top, up against a support who did feed First Blood and a Rek'Sai who is currently level 1. But in the bottom lane, that might be where the action is occurring, as Quinn does fall pretty low on health up against the enemy Jinx, who is continuing to lane 1 versus 2, despite the top laner reconnecting. We might see Thresh rejoin our bot lane champion, who's currently 1-0 and out farming the enemy AD carry by 12 at this point. That is 2 entire waves of CS that Jinx has managed to grab here. Up in the top, Crusher 647 getting forced out a little bit. Now, it may seem a little bit mean, preying on the disconnected champion, but since the red team has been doing so well in the 4v5, I can understand trying to get that little bit of an edge up over your opponent. Now, he does have ultimate, and I would be a little BM if he just ulted in for the kill. He's gonna do it. Alright. You guys feel free to report him to Riot. I don't know the much will come of it. Twisted Fate doing pretty well in CS in this mid lane, although he has fed a kill, which is going to put Fizz in a pretty good position to potentially roam coming up here. Twisted Fate did go for the... Oh, Ignite! He's going to go in aggressively! The Thunderlord's procs, but he's just going to back off immediately after. I feel like the Ignites are used a little bit too easily here. Like, I feel like they should be used when you all in to get a kill, which is traditionally how they work, but in this case they're just used as poke, I guess. I mean, it is a spell, and it does have a cooldown, just like all your other spells and abilities, so why not use them? No one's stopping you. And so they're looking for the gank here on the Quinn, potentially the tower dive, but they are going to spot Twisted Fate coming down through the river. Thresh is going to go here for the Mad Life hook, and let's see how he does. Oh, he nailed it, absolutely. The heal comes out from Jinx. She's taking so much damage with the ult onto Twisted Fate. That Get Excited passive is going to be enough to move her out of there. Now Zach Bosch going back in for the dive. No, they're just going to back off of this one, as Shyvana does find the kill onto Master Yi in the 1v1 in the jungle. Shyvana's doing pretty well for herself, 2-0 with 30 CS. And despite not taking any buffs for a very long period in this game, she is ahead of the enemy Master Yi, who did invade her level 1 and steal away the blue. This blue is now up, and instead of giving it to the mid laner, Shyvana is going to make great use of that mana and ability power and grab that blue. In case people are concerned about the experience from those buffs, you can give them up to your laner, and as long as you're standing on them, you're gonna get the experience too. But hey, you know, what have your laners ever done for you? You know, they just blame you for the loss. You might as well give them a reason, right? All right, so Master Yi's going for that Devourer. He's going to attempt to get it as soon as possible, but right now it already feels a little bit slow to not even have started the item. Once you've started it, of course, you do begin stacking it. And eventually it will be an incredibly powerful item, but not before Shyvana has already begun hers, and we'll be stacking that right on up. Crusher 647 doing his best to CS, but missing an absurd amount of last hits. LeBron James looking to build that Sunfire Cape as his first item. Already grabbed the Balmy Cinder for a little bit of AoE, but has run pretty low on mana. Oh, in the mid lane, let's give the instant replay as Knight XM is just nonchalantly farming up those minions, but then he goes in aggressively. He lands the slow and the fish, and although he takes an extra turret shot due to that minion block, he's going to be able to emerge alive from that one. Thresh seems to be doing a pretty good job of using that Relic Shield. It's not always something recommended for low-level players, since using the Relic Shield on a ranged champion doesn't give you that execute and can make it a little bit more difficult to give that goal to your AD carry, but he's got 23 CS, which is about as much as the enemy AD carry. Seems doing pretty well. Of course, he did have a little bit of alone time up in the top lane. Some, you know, quality by the pool vacation. Oh, Thresh throws the lantern behind him, expecting backup, but he's not going to find it today. If Lux just turns around, he is dead. And so, of course, he is just going to go ahead on back to the bottom lane, where he does have a Jinx who is dead as a doornail. I don't know who would expect a doornail to be alive, but that's the simile we're using today, and I'm sticking with it. LeBron's James going for that excellent roam 2-0. Now, looks like he may be building a Glacial Shroud after that Bomby Cinder. Doesn't need to finish that Sunfire Cape. And the shutdown goes the gold card. Accidentally picked up there by Twisted Fate, and that was a notification on my own computer, not yours. Don't bother to check it. Sorry about that. But apparently I do need to free up some storage space. Hopefully this recording still goes through. We do have our blue team moving into that dragon. Look at this objective control. They're going to be able to take it as Twisted Fate comes in to steal it away with his Q. Of course, he was on their team. It wasn't a total steal, but that really easily could have been the enemy team Twisted Fate, and I don't think there would have been any difference there. Oh, the flash in with the gold card, but he doesn't have the damage to follow it up. The dragon comes out from Orchestrate Chaos, and Denomi finds the kill. 3-1 now on this Jinx, actually getting pretty fed. The kills are there for the red team, but if the blue team can continue to move around the map and control the objective as they have, then that may be enough to carry him through it. Twisted Fate looking at a 1-4 score. Unfortunately, not finding out a particular build path either. He did go for the Blasting Wand, which will give him a little bit of AP. But now he's looking to build the Sheen, which doesn't combine with the Blasting Wand in any way imaginable. Instead, something like an Aether Wisp might have been a better replacement for the Blasting Wand, since of course those do combine into a Lich Bane. But right now we have Denomi working on that turret in the mid lane. Quinn's going to go in, but she has to be careful about his all-in potential, unless of course he misses his fish, but it's not even going to matter here with the excellent hook coming out from the Thresh. The flame misses, but the auto attack connects, and although Master Yi does grab a kill for himself, that's a 2-for-1 for the red team as they do take the mid turret. Twisted Fate and Lux are now finally moving into that mid lane after quite some time away from anything important. As the mid lane is getting pushed even farther, it is a little bit early to take this, potentially. Oh, the hook lands on the phase Vigor. Let's see if they have the damage to follow it up. Oh, he roams right onto those Flame Chompers, and so of course they have the damage to follow it up. The ult from Lux is not going to be anywhere close. That was not a necessary flash from Shyvana, but sure did look flashy. Alright, going up to the top lane, Zach Bosch. Let's see if he has what it takes to not die to this Malphite immediately, but there is the ult. The hook goes completely past him. Who called it? I think it might have been me, as LeBron's James grabs his 3-0 killing spree. At 63 CS, looking pretty good in this game, although Shyvana has been farming up a storm in that jungle and participating in kills. If anyone's going to carry this red team, it should be her and Jinx together. Because as I was saying that, I realized that Jinx is 6-1, going for that to Infinity Edge first. Man, some of the items are so difficult these days that it makes the even easy items hard for me. Like, at some point I'm going to have to say whatever the name of that item with the carrot is that I think builds into like rapid fire cannon. But today's not that day, hopefully, because I have no idea what that item is. Oh, Quinn lands the Q, but Fizz is almost home free. The lantern was nowhere to be had, but it did not matter in the slightest. Is that a ghost from Quinn? I didn't even notice because we didn't have that time earlier. Quinn ghosts away, but the zap is there. You could have sidestepped, but why do that when you can make the enemy Jinx 7-1? Right now things are actually looking pretty good for our red team, although they did give up Dragon. They do have a turret and 8 kills over our blue side bandits. And now Waffles 2 going to do his best to hold this middle lane up against the enemy support. And this may be a support slap fight if I've ever seen one. Oh, I really wanted them to go at it. I've really been expecting Zach Bosch to just kind of go in for the hooks whenever possible. And that was a time when I was truly disappointed in him. But I guess we're going to have to see him redeem himself, as we do have Jake Song farming up this bottom lane. Unfortunately, farming the lanes isn't nearly as beneficial when you do have your Devourer, since you will build absolutely no stacks unless you happen to stumble upon a gank such as this one, but the immediate flash from Jack Bosch, as well as the box, the Zach box, to go ahead and run away from this one. Jake Song going to go in very aggressively, but he does get flayed right onto the Flame Chompers and is going to be destroyed by Denomi for her 8th kill of this game. Denomi now looking for blood as oh man, you're moving too fast for me to even read your name, man. Monwee is going to come right back into this lane and see what he can do to hold his own in this 1 versus 2, but they may be looking for a dive. Anticipate comes in for the blue card salute, but Orchestrate Chaos is there. Why did you run directly onto the Flame Chomper? There was a clear route around it, and now with that Get Excited passive, Denomi has the speed to run right in for that second kill onto Quinn. Only Quinn's 3rd death of the game, but oh Lord Jesus. That wasn't Ghost at all before, was it? That was that Talisman? Was that Shirelia's Reverie? Oh man, I can't even cast this fight because I'm too caught up on that shit. So, if one AD carry is ahead and one is behind, you know how you can tell? Not by their scores and not by their CS, but by the fact that one has an Infinity Edge and the other has a Talisman of goddamn Ascension. Oh man, Denomi looks to be getting out of this one alive. Twisted Fate is teleporting in, but so far back he still should be able to find the gold card. There's a wild card. He missed the wild cards onto the stationary target, and he's trying to auto attack her down, but Master Yi is there for the cleanup. Oh man, FaZe got blown up there by the Shyvana, and now with the blue smite onto Jakeson, that should be all Shyvana needs. No, Master Yi looks to be getting out of this one. Oh, the burnout is there, and so shall I don't know anymore. Oh, I don't know anything anymore. Oh, there's the fish and she's gonna run right onto it. You don't have to do that, people. Oh, this is delicious. I was afraid that I wasn't gonna be able to use this game because Rek'Sai was disconnected at the start of the game. But that hasn't mattered in the slightest. Oh man. Rek'Sai seems to be catching up a little bit, still not getting too much CS, but is able to at least grab the experience, catch up in levels, and at this point that's all that really matters. Everything else after that is, it's a bit of a clown fiesta. Knight XM is up here on very low health. Perfect to be diving onto this turret. Let's see if he can do the backdoor. Oh no! No! Oh man, he tried his best. LeBron's James doing excellently. I don't even feel bad for this Rek'Sai anymore. You should not have tried to fight him. But with Rek'Sai going down, that will be Malphite grabbing the kill. But now he's got to be scared of Orchestrate Chaos, who dies right on past him and actually misses. The hook misses too, and he's able to escape that 2v1 gank up in the top. As his team looks to take Dragon for the 2nd time. Let's see if they can do it. Master Yi is doing his best to auto attack away, taking a bit of damage. But look at those excellent Lux autos coming out as well. They're getting so close, and they nailed it. They did lose top turret in the process, but oh no, Master, you ran into him again! You ran into, oh no, you got blown up, son. Now with Get Excited, Jinx tries to chase on but doesn't quite have the speed. Monwee goes in, and let's see if this Jinx can 1v3 in the end. The ult comes through, and Waffles 2 is no more. Red team now 14 kills ahead, 9,000 gold up, and looks to be doing all right. Shyvana has not died a single time this game. Flame Jumpers over the wall, just grab some vision, see if that red is there, and potentially catch out a jungler. But he's dead. He did die. My mouse is going a little wonky. And there we go. There we go. Oh, look how smooth that is. I actually have a trackball. I should start using that. I forgot all about that. I got it for Overwatch spectating. I think it could do pretty well here as well. Let's see. LeBron's James. I think you maybe your team's only hope. You're the only one who hasn't died a significant number of times. Do note that although this team has 24 kills, Malphite has not died once. He is, however, going to run right onto the Flame Chompers and go ahead and take them all up, you know, for good measure. They don't explode, actually, after you step on one until the end of the duration. But now Moonwee goes back in, the hook misses! There is the snare onto Thresh, but they don't have the damage. Now, with Jinx going in, they do have to back off, as that is one frightening ADC. 12, 2, and 5. Nobody has stacked up their Devourer yet, of course, because that would just be ridiculous for 20 minutes into the game. Well, they're not professionals here. I mean, really. At this point, Shyvana's going to get her Devourer stacked completely through champion kills. The flash comes in from LeBron's James. He does not have the ultimate, however, and he is going to have to back out of this one. However, he's the only one that doesn't die immediately to Jinx, so he's going to go right back in. Step onto those Flame Chompers, as expected. Zach Bosch is getting low, and he is able to die. Finally, to the blue team. However, not before the rest of their team falls in the process. Denomi really wants that kill, but I believe Quinn's getting out of this one with that Ghost. Oh, Crusher! He sees him, but he backs off. He doesn't want nothing to do with that. Oh no, he's gonna go back in! He found him! He was able to funnel right under him, and there it is. Quinn goes down. 28th kill of this game in only 21 minutes. Just for one team, and it was already time to go through the tunnel again. This has been phenomenal. For the red team, oh, well, it wouldn't be a game if you didn't die double-digit times. Really, only Twisted Fate's the one who's playing League of Legends at this point. The blue card salute, the flash, wild cards, and he nails it! Oh, that was exceptional. This has been the greatest day of my life. Oh, FaZe Vigor, he lands the gold cards, he throws the wild cards in the wrong direction, and Fizz is able to get on this one. Now let's go ahead back to the instant replay so we can see some of the exceptional mechanics happening right here in this fight. So FaZe Vigor, he really wants this kill on the Fizz, who is 2 levels ahead of him. He is going to go ahead and take up that E. There are the wild cards going directly north, and Master Yi tries to go in, but the flash is enough to deter him from that. Whew. So at some point this game, Twisted Fate has sold his blasting wand. Oh hey, there's Kerchai Shard, that's it, the carrot thing. Ah, found it. Wait. Why is Master Yi building it down? I don't know that Static Shiv should be his next item. All things considered. Oh, we finally have a stacked Devourer. There's our sated Devourer from Shyvana as the game is surrendered at 22 minutes in. Red team finds the win. And we have ourselves a match very, very worthy of the Wood League All-Stars title. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you very much to LeBron's James, as well as the rest of our bronze crew in this game. Of course, we did not have a single upgraded trinket. Of course, we had an AD carry with Ghost, a jungler with Teleport, and a Quinn with a Talisman of Ascension. Anyway, I've been Disciple, you've been watching, and I'll see you guys next time!